silhouette work here, and as you can see from the title, you know what time it is. Another endgame review, and this time it's one I've been hyped for the most. The Iron Man and Rescue 2-pack. Whoo-wee! This is gonna be a nice one. So yeah, this one has been the one I was hyped for the most, because Iron Man and Rescue. Again, probably most likely spoilers for Endgame, but you probably have already watched it now. So yeah, Avengers ages 4 and up. Australia Consumer Service. A really cool glam shot of both of them. Iron Man Rescue, Avengers. Here's the back with a bigger glam shot. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other ones, but there are Avengers up there. Avengers. Yeah, I'm removing the other one to other light to see the Rescue design in Iron Man. You never really appreciate these designs. They're actually really good. And the other 2-pack, the more superior one, there are 3, the Captain America and Captain Marvel one, I'll never buy. But yeah, let's read the bio. Tony Stark suits up in an advanced Iron Man armor to face down his enemies. Pepper Potts gears up to join the fight as the hero Rescue. And yeah, that art is really nice. Warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years. So yeah, let's get this bad boy out of here. But first, I'm going to compare it to the Thor one. Because I kept the back, but here's 2 ones together. They're not the exact same thing because the tops are different, because you have Rocket's ears, but Iron Man's head. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, let's actually talk about the figures. Here's Iron Man. And here's Rescue. For some odd reason, I don't know if it's just mine, but Rescue just leans forward. I have her legs all the way back, and she is kind of leaning. I don't know why, but these 2 are amazing. Let's talk about the accessories. Iron Man comes with this useless piece of junk. Which one's the Infinity War one? I honestly don't know. Which one's the Endgame one? You could probably tell by the shade of red because one's slightly different, but honestly, I didn't barely even look at it. And Rescue comes with this, which is very similar to the one that the Iron Man came with, except a lot thinner and a lot lighter of a blue. Grab her hand again, it fits in it a certain way. There you go. Oh wait, did I put it in upside down? Ha, I did. There you go, she can shoot people. Yeah, it's the same thing they did for the Endgame Iron Man and Quantum Suit, because this bad boy is a repaint. Speaking of repaints, let's get into comparisons, because that correlates with each other well. Okay, we're going to compare people to Iron Man, because it's the main thing I want to do. So yeah, there he is. Let's put War Machine in here. We're actually going to bring Pepper back in here for this one thing, because we can make the Iron Family. It's not really working out well, but yeah, it's the Iron Family. Yay. But yeah, let's get Iron Spider next to him. Yeah, they look pretty nice together. I mean, the Iron Spider figure's not the greatest, but I mean, they look well together, and you can have them kind of hug. Not really, because these figures are basic figures. You're not going to get the highest amount of articulation. But yeah, another comparison I'm going to do, because obviously I will, is between the Quantum Suit one. Kept wanting to say Infinity War. But yeah, this one's a new sculpt, this one's a repaint. I prefer this one because, just cuz. Here he is next to Thor. Now this Thor is actually not the one from Infinity War, because the face, the head is from the Endgame one. As you can see, here's the Endgame figure. It's stuck with the weird shiny haired Thor. And honestly, I don't care because I like this Thor more. And yeah, here he is next to Big Boy Hulk. And they're not scaled accurately at all, but that's nice. Here he is next to some low-level Avengers like Ronin. Here he is next to the Infinity War Black Widow review I might make one day when I'm bored. Yeah, there's that. And finally, here he is next to my Cap that has paint off its nose already. They look really nice together. And then you can put these two like that. Grab Stormbreaker. Grab Stormbreaker. Where is Stormbreaker? This better not be the crap's the Infinity. I can never find Stormbreaker. I always find the Infinity War one, but I want the Endgame one because that one looks better. You can have these three standing together, even though this Thor is like wildly inaccurate for many reasons. Because he has armor on his arms, a cape, and long hair, and a beard that's bigger than that. But they look nice together. And why not bring in Thanos? Oh la la! Oh god! Just wiped out the Avengers there. But yeah, let's compare Iron Man to Thanos. What's Thanos? Okay, there we go. And finally, the one I was most hyped to do, comparing him to the Infinity War one to show how more superior this figure is. I just put my knee in an empty container of yogurt. But yeah. Let's talk about the figures now. We're gonna get Rescue out of the way. I say that like Rescue's a bad figure. But I'm going off the new figure first, and then I'll talk about the Iron Man and how amazing it is later. But Rescue is a really nice figure. I gotta say, I was surprised. The head sculpt is really nice. You can barely see it, but zooming in probably won't help at all. There we go. It's equally as blurry, but the head sculpt actually looks really nice. Got some nice gold paints. The blue is painted in really well. It actually has some silver around it. It's silver around it. It's really hard to notice the silver, but silver's there. There's the back. It has a backpack, some holes, and some nice gold paint. Some silver up here. Now, I know in the movie this backpack turns into, like, repulsor lasers, I think. Repulsor lasers. Here's her chest. Some more nice gold paint, but that's actually silver. Didn't notice it until I looked at the box. But yeah, the gold paint is, like, more of a bronzish color, so that's why I didn't notice, because our arc reactor could have been painted slightly better. It's a little see-through, or it was meant to look like that. I don't know. Here are her arms. She's got some nice detailing. Again, she's way more purple in hand, but this camera makes it look very blue. She's got some nice details in her arms, nice shoulder pads, some nice gold paint. Nothing on the inside. You can see this thing that goes over her hand. Some more vents and some gold paint. See how thin it's supposed to be. Here's her repulsor hand. Some nice paint. This is also my drawing of the Iron Man Mark A5 in the background. I've shown it already, but here are her legs. Now she has these like notches that look very weird, but in order to move the leg forward you need like that space there. It kind of ruins it a bit, but nope. There's the back of the legs. Got a weird line just going down, but okay. And you got this gold paint that like goes all the way around the entirety of the leg there. It's a lot of gold paint in there. So is that silver? Yeah, it's silver right here. I don't know how big her knee pads are. I think this is just supposed to be a knee pad, but this kind of looks connected to it. Some more silver paint going all the way down to a little feetsies. Now, I can't tell if she's in a walking pose or not, because her feet, like, they don't really look like they're in a walking pose. Because her legs are like that even. And she's standing perfectly fine. She's standing, because, like, if you did that to, like, the Captain America quantum suit figure, you wouldn't be able to stand. So it's, like, it's confusing. I don't think this one has the walking pose. Also, there's silver up there. But yeah, let's talk about articulation. She has a ball joint on her head, which actually moves up and down pretty nicely. Rotates, kind of bobs. Arms move out, rotate, bend, 360-degree rotation. Legs move forward, but not back, because of the butt. And yeah, now this figure is scaled to the girl figures. If I grab the other two females, okay, I guess 3 if we want to bring in Shuri. Here's Shuri. Shuri, yeah, it's scaled correctly. The Maximoff, and then Black Widow. And yeah, this figure is really nice. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Okay, let's move on to Iron Man, because this is the one I'm most hyped for, obviously. Bringing him in. Now, I've already done a video of this. If you want to basically see this figure in, I think, more depth, I don't know, check out the Infinity War one. If you click on my playlists and find Infinity War reviews, you'll find the Iron Man Mark 50 basic figure in there. Well, this video has a decent amount of views, so I'm not worried about that at all. Let's talk about this figure. The head sculpt is very, very shiny gold. It's very nice gold, and the gold kind of bleeds into the eyes, which kind of sucks. But, you know, can't all be winners. The torso has the Mark 50 details, except they didn't paint the gold here. Although, I do think there should have been silver painted here instead, because if you look at that, there's actually silver, and, we bring in the, image, there's silver in it. So, you know. But they did add these gold things that go down, even though there is silver in it, with some blue lighting. It's alright. Then the arc reactor. There's no paint whatsoever on the back. The only paint on the back is that word thing, but I think I'm pretty sure, like, isn't there, like, stuff that removes paint? I feel like you could remove that if you really hate it. But yeah, this camera picks up red horribly, but it is a really nice sculpt, and it is a slightly different shade of red. As you can see here, this one's a different shade than this. This one's more cherry, and this one's more strawberry. That's a very dumb comparison, but yes. And here's his very shiny gold arms. Got the same amount of detail, except it's got silver going down these, like, lined areas, and it goes all the way around. Confused why they didn't just mold the upper arm in gold, because they would really only have to paint the red over here. But, you know, because they have the gold plastic for the pegs. But, you know, it's only complaining about it when you get to the top where the peg is. And because I'm, like, very terrified the paint's going to chip. Because it seems to be, like, the paint they used for, like, the mask. And here's the, mask for the other endgame one, and it's already has some paint chipping up here. Here's the, old Infinity War head I had. I switched it because this entire brow was missing paint. It's pretty rough. I switched it with that figure's, the basically statue's head, and it's been holding up. So if this one's going, this head starts drifting off with its paint, I'll swap it, but that's why I'm a little concerned about this gold paint. But the actual gold paint on this figure has not chipped at all anywhere, but that's because there's not much of it, and they're not on the joints. But yeah, and then there's no paint whatsoever on the lower portion of the arm. But oddly enough, this does not really line up. Even though on the Infinity War 1, it perfectly lines up for the elbow pad. It's a little concerning. And down at the legs, we get more than nice gold paint with some silver in here. And it goes nicely over there, and then it just kind of stops there, but that's alright. And it looks really nice. The gold paint is really good, and honestly, I prefer this figure over the Mark 50, because although this one's the accurate one and this is not as accurate, this one's just the majority of it's red, and if you know me, I prefer the suits with more gold or more silver, and this one has like a lot of gold on it, and it looks really good. Now, yes, I could go in and paint up some details, like on the back. They 100% could have added, like, because there's, like, gold details on it. They could have, like, painted this gold, one of these areas gold, and then part of up here silver. Could have colored these silver, because there was actually silver things up there. But honestly, I don't mind. It's a budget figure, you know. This technically the only Mark 85 action figure we have from Hasbro, because they haven't released Marvel Legends one yet, but I think they're saving that. Hopefully they're waiting to make that figure perfection, because they made the Cap figure basically perfection. I've only seen reviews of it, but the videos I have seen of it, it looks beautiful. But yeah, I really prefer this figure. Now I guess let's get into articulation. Ball joint at the head. This is the Infinity War one, so you can basically see the joint, so it can go all the way up. Bend at the elbow with rotation. Legs move forward. Oh my god. Kind of back. But isn't it amazing to get stiff joints on these legs? So if you don't know, this figure has, like, really loose joints. Like, the legs are pretty loose on this figure, so it's nice to have, like, look at that, I'm tapping it, it's not moving, taps it, moves forward. They're really stiff and I like it, except by this time next year, they're definitely gonna be out of it. So what would I rank this figure? I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Only it's that high because I honestly love the Mark 50 action figure that they made. There's just one gripe, being that, first of all, it's the Mark 50, not the Mark 85, but I understand, because when they leaked the concept art, not the concept art, when they leaked the images of the toy line, they had it as the Mark 50 suit, but then I guess they changed it in the movie or something. And yeah, so they needed to just quickly do it. I understand, it takes a long time to make the figures. But yeah. And also, I would have loved to see more paint on the back. They could have painted these where the gold is up here. They could have painted it silver, because that's actual detail. And on the back, they could have painted, like, some details gold and silver on the back. But honestly, I don't mind. It's a really good figure. And this is probably the most solid 2-pack. Because this 2-pack was decent, except they barely wear the quantum suits. And also the Thor was kind of inaccurate, and the Thor had a flat chest. But anyway, and you can't really, it's like you're wanting to play your favorite scenes from the movies, like from the movie and stuff. You're gonna need this. Now I can finally almost play the final battle. I just need to get a Falcon action figure and a Gamora. But yeah, if you can find this 2-pack, because in stores, they're kind of creeping out. The first one from Wave 2 I found was the Hulk figure. I saw a lot of Chitauri, the other day I did find the cap in stores, but that was after I ordered it. And the Ant-Man in Quantum Suit is starting to creep out. But you're probably going to have to order this. It's on Amazon. I think it's still in stock. This is the exact same price it is in stores. I think you get free shipping. But this is a really solid 2-pack. If you like Iron Man, you want a Mark 50, no, I mean a Mark 85, and you want a rescue figure, I'd pick it up. It's a really solid 2-pack. So yeah, this is basically going to be my last very enthusiastic video for Endgame, because there's only 3 more figures I need to get, because I'm not rebuying the Black Panther and Iron Spider figures. You can check those videos out in the playlists, in the Infinity War reviews playlist. I put the Black Panther figures in it too. So yeah, you can click on my playlists, and then find the Infinity War reviews one, and then find these reviews. They're a lot older from last year, but I mean, still not awful. And yeah, so we only have Captain Marvel, the Chitauri, and the Ant-Man figure. Captain Marvel, not really hyped for. The Chitauri I am hyped for, but I mean, it's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like seeking it like I was this Iron Man figure. And the Ant-Man is basically this Captain America figure, but with a new head and a new accessory. But yeah, it's the very last one that I'm going to be enthusiastic for. And yeah. See you all next time. And if you just squeeze the gauntlet a bit, you can slide it on. This doesn't look accurate to the movie scene at all. You can kind of get him with the stones. It's the only way you can get his hand like that. And yeah. Always remember, I love you 2,999. Yep, that was the line. Okay, let's get some cheeseburgers.